The World Cup has finally come to bear. It is just moments away from that opening ceremony. Lucy joining us on the line. How is the tension? It must be so amazing.
Well, it's taken almost 8 years to get here. It's cost more than $11 billion, perhaps as much as $19 billion by the estimates of some analysts. And it's a World Cup that will be carried out across 4 time zones, 11 cities, geographically the biggest World Cup ever. And finally, it kicks off this afternoon. In the next few hours, the stadium behind me will be host to the opening ceremony. It's going to be feature British pop star Robbie Williams, among other kind of gymnasts, trampolinists and musicians, of all people. He says it's a boyhood dream of his to open a World Cup and to be surrounded by so many thousands of people. And shortly after that, we'll have the first match of this World Cup, which is the hosts Russia versus Saudi Arabia. The group stages get underway tomorrow. There's some more high-profile games happening there, including Spain versus the European champions Portugal. Both were considered to be very strong contenders in this World Cup, but of course Spain unexpectedly sacked their manager yesterday, so that probably the match to watch over the weekend. But yes, this all happens today. It's world leaders from across the world flying in to see it. We're told that the president of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, will be here, along with other presidents from around the world, although there has been some diplomatic fallout between Russia and the rest of the world over the last few months, as you might remember. So there are many countries who are not sending their leaders to this opening ceremony as a form of protest, not least the UK, which has been leading that boycott. But on the whole, the atmosphere here is very excited. Parts of Moscow still smell of wet paint because of all the preparations that have been happening over the last few weeks. And President Putin and everybody here in Russia is getting excited to see what the next 4 weeks may bring.
It's finally brought things to fever pitch indeed. Lucy Taylor out in Moscow giving us the latest from just what the scene looks like as we head to the opening of the Russia FIFA 2018 World Cup. We'll get more news right after this.